Most men don't realize this. They're not free. They're emotional slaves, reacting to every trigger, every insult, every thought, every distraction like fucking puppets. Until you learn how to observe your emotions without obeying them, the world owns you. You think you're in control. Watch this video. If it doesn't punch a hole in your chest, you're not ready for freedom. As a man, you need your power, your true essence, your ability to fight today's war. Because today's war is unseen. Your emotional reactivity is what is going to drain you of your power. And a lot of you have been trained to respond fast and not respond right. We spoke about this before. That right feeling within your gut, within your soul, when you know you're making the wrong move and you should go right, but you go left. You are not following that because you've lost your power. You've lost your ability to understand what that voice, what that calling does to you. And so what do? You follow the quick, flashy shit and end up in a dopamine-filled rut that brings you high up in the air and then drops your ass off right on the ground. And every time you go over there, you lose a bit of your power. Dopamine hit by dopamine hit. You go up, you crash down. You go up a little further, you crash down a little faster. This game is rigged. You are playing a game that you must observe and make the correct moves all of the fucking time. And the correct move is not what someone told you to do. The correct move is not what I told you to do. The correct move is what your gut feels and what your brain and your mind and your heart can come together and say, that is the correct move. Let me go that way. I'll give you a quick story time, very short. 25 days from now, I'm supposed to be flying over to Malta. $3,000 trip already paid for. Everything's ready to go. Rental, this, that, the third. Plane flight, stopping over in Turkey for a day, going with buddies and XYZ. Again, I'm a very powerful man that is in control of my existence, and I observe my feelings. However, this doesn't mean I'm not susceptible to making faults. However, what I do is use silence as a weapon. So as I'm writing down my thoughts every day, I sat in silence for about 15 minutes. And I was like, you know what? What am I about to do in the next 30 days, right? And how is it going to fuel the mission that I'm on? The Malta trip popped up. What exactly is that fueling for me? What is that doing for me? And is it promoting the advance of my mission and what I'm called to be doing? The answer was no. It came immediate. It was gut. My brain also saw it logically. My heart also resonated with it. And the answer was no. I wrote it down. Immediately after that, I canceled my flight, canceled my tickets that I had to buy, canceled the stopover, canceled all of the things associated with the trip because it did not align with what I am called and what I am trying to do. It is going to deter me and do what? Give me a fuck ton of dopamine to fly in the air, but I'm going to crash down hard. And what the worst thing is, when you crash down hard, you lose traction. If you built up momentum over a set period of time, and because of that hard work, you want to celebrate all of a sudden, and you go take one of your dopamine trips, and your shit goes up in the air and you drop down and then you lose the traction and it takes you another 3 months to gain full control again, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But that brings to point 2, use silence as a fucking weapon. Every day you should be sitting in silence for at least 15 minutes. Start at 5 minutes, work your way up to 10, get to 15, try 20, then 30, and so on and so forth. Until you can get to a place where you can observe every thought that passes through your brain, every feeling that comes, evokes an emotion out of you, every emotion that comes from the thought, and every action that you'll take to either get rid of that thought or let it pass and that moves and then move toward the mission that you have called to do, either for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year, for your life. Observation is your power. You will contain your power by allowing yourself to observe everything that happens to you and let it pass. When I canceled everything for that trip, my entire body went into a state of needing a dopamine rush. I think I ordered fucking takeout that night as well, because I was in such that crave of, fuck, I'm missing something that I already paid for, and I wanted to justify in my brain that I'm canceling for some reason, but I couldn't really fully cancel the thing, so I lost $3,000. So it hit me hard. It hit my ego. It hit my feelings, right? I like to see things through. Why am I not going on this fucking trip if I've already done it? You have to regain power by observing the way you feel and not taking the fast answer. Because I could easily jump on the plane and say, you know what, in 25 days I'm going over to Malta, I don't give a fuck, I already paid for everything. but I understand what the dopamine hit will do to my life. It will derail what I've been working on for the last 4 months. This is no time to get skittish. And so when you're observing in this silent time, you're going to realize that every thought that you have in your brain is not true. The thoughts that you have do not exist to make your identity. They're not there to make you. They're there to break you. They're there to kill you. They're there to take you off your sole mission and what you are trying to do. Do not get caught up in the thought that every emotion, every thought that comes to your brain is the truth, end all, be all. Just like I said in that story, your emotional discipline is you holding the line even when your entire body and mind starts to scream. Your mind has a brain of its own. Your mind your body's going to do whatever it wants to do. And so therefore, as you as the controller need to observe it and what it's feeling and keep it in position. Keep it stagnant in these moments where you feel erratic and you need to go do something. You need to go fuel this dopamine hit, this dopamine spirit that has wafted itself over you. So what I want you to start doing is in this quiet time, like I said before, in this quiet time, when you take the time to really observe yourself, observe your triggers, observe the emotions that are coming, why are they coming? What thing triggered that emotion out of me? What is that emotion now trying to trigger me to do? Write all of those things down in a daily journal. Do shadow work, which is just like understanding yourself and how you operate. It sounds crazy if you've never done it before, but you're going to continue to get controlled by the world, get controlled by women, get controlled by your job, get controlled by your clients, get controlled by your business, get controlled by every fucking little nuanced thing in this world if you cannot observe your own thoughts. Your thoughts will then evoke an emotion. Your emotions will then evoke an action. You need to understand what these triggers are so that people, things, frequency, energy, and spirits can't come over you and waft you with these fucking emotions and these thoughts that trigger an action that will derail you from your said mission. Your power as a man comes from your restraint. And if you're looking to jump into business for yourself, if you're looking to then become sovereign, you want to be able to understand yourself deeper than just sitting there and doing whatever the fuck your body tells you to do. Whatever those fucking unlawful thoughts come in your brain and give you this emotional wave, and you take it out on the world by doing actions. Your power comes by sitting still, being disciplined. All these stoics and all these people that you read about, even Jesus, understood the power of staying still and observing your fucking thoughts, observing your emotions. You think Jesus could last as long as he lasted, gather such a following, have a fucking book written about him that is also false, by the way, if he was not able to sit still, control his thoughts and emotions and actions, and proceed with what was right. This is a game of discipline, and whoever can exert the ungodly amount of fucking discipline over your body and your mind will win the game. Are you trying to win, or are you trying to continue to play this fucking game and lose? Years go by and by and by and by, and you will be in the grave sooner than you know it. So stop with the fuckery, understand your mission, put stillness within your fucking routine, and start to know that you are the observer of this realm. You are not to then work at a fast pace and try to execute on every thought that comes to your head. Try to understand and get action put towards every emotion that you have. Know that these are daily habits. Whatever you need to do, you need to start getting a routine. You need to put yourself in place. You need to know that, okay, cool, this is what I have to do to be more observant. This is what I have to do to start to conquer my mind. If you're in the gym already, man, listen, if you are not in the gym already, we talk about this shit all the time. Get your ass in the gym, because that's the first thing that shows your body that you are in control. If you can't get out the bed on time every single day to get to the fucking gym, to control your body, you are a bitch, and you will be fucked by this fucking world. The men that you really want to be in control are not in control. As a matter of fact, we're probably being hunted. So let's be very clear. You need to get in control, observe every thought, and put every action and piece of energy / power that you have into the mission that you know you should be executing. And if you're still reacting, the world still owns your fucking balls. You are a pussy hole and you'll continue to be fucked by them. This channel is not here to continue to push you in that direction. It is to break your fucking algorithm, and so that you understand that once you get full control and start to observe yourself like God would, you will continue to fucking lose the game. Now let's get your shit together. Click that link in the fucking description. Get within the compound so you hear me every single day. Subscribe, like, and comment so that we can push this video to other people that need it. And hell, take the fucking link and send it to whoever the fuck you got in your contacts that may need it. But you need to get in full control of who you are and where you want to be. If that shit didn't fucking get you going, argue with your mom, bro.
Boy, Mr. Brown.